get into the land of Dawn and figure out who's going to be coming on top in this match number 1 in this best of 3. It's going to be EVOS Icon on the blue side with EUPHORIA Esports on the red.
Well, for a second, I was a little bit worried here. It might be a Joy jungle, but seems like it is actually a Grok jungle. And I'm surprised by this because they have nerfed the Molten Essence to a certain degree. And for Suzuki to actually play jungle right here, would you say this is risky?
I don't think it's as risky as people would like to believe, but Shizo already trading way better at level 1 against Doma, who didn't take anything crazy except for the Purify. So he does lose a lot of lane. He does lose a lot of lane presence, right? You don't have the safety of the Flicker. You don't have the raw power from the Inspire, but. At the end of the day, Ivan's just going to show up, heal him back up to full, and then bugger off.
Yeah, this is actually pretty huge for EVOS Icon, considering that this is actually a Joy mid lane with Vengeance. So I want to see how they actually play this off. And surprise, surprise, EVOS Icon, they actually get a very, very good start in first blood down bottom, which was huge. But I personally feel like they have to be a little bit more proactive coming from EUPHORIA Esports because they should not be allowing this at all. But speaking of proactive here, Yoshi God is going to try to go for the kick. Nah, I don't think they're going to come in. They're just going to trade off, right?
There's just not enough damage right now. And Shizo, he's currently in Bennett form, not Nibiru. So obviously these trades are going to be a little bit harder because your auto attacks are essentially skill shots. He's going to go for the early recall, but if we look down bot side, right, it's about to be a 3v3 if this escalates even further. Level 4 is going to be achieved by the mid laners just so that they have some kind of presence in this upcoming turtle fight, which is happening in 5 seconds.
Now, Crit is going to try and harass God here. He does have the ton available. Appraisers are final connects. Oh, but the Vengeance block coming from Crit is going to be able to negate that here. But final slash comes from Headsguard. Is going to CC their way through. But EVOS Icon, they will sound the retreat. They briefly saw Yoshi God rotating from the side. Unless they didn't. It seems like they didn't as well. So Yoshi God might be looking the angle to go for a Crit. Looking for the kick. Oh, he misses it as well. Yoshi God doesn't want to go for it. But they force the heals coming from Florian. Meanwhile, the back lines as well. Veldora is just zoning up the rest of EUPHORIA Esports, and Turtle still completely let off the hook. And that is going to be EVOS Icon losing Sutsujin from the get-go, while EUPHORIA is still kiting their way through. They still have the sustainability. Veldora is trying to kill them all, but they just don't have the damage. A shot is not going to be enough to kill the back lines. And Venogod finally comes back. He's going to be able to kill more, but it seems like it is going to be a disengage coming from both sides.
Yep, they have to back away here. Venogod doesn't have that raw damage in the earlier stages of the game, especially since he already used his Appraisal's Wrath rather early to try and take down by the Tri-Brush on bot side. But overall, this is why Florian's a little difficult to manage, right? Especially when you are a Yuzong, it's great to know that you've got an extra little bit of heal to buy you that time to proc your shot residue all over again.
Yeah, it feels like a battle of attrition from that fight itself. EVOS Icon is just, you know, they don't really have a damage. They're just hoping to out-sustain EUPHORIA Esports. And it feels like right now, EUPHORIA Esports' big bet is that Ryuji God gets the biggest catch. And in this case, Sutsujin manning up, goes for the wall charge, catches on the tree as well. The heals keep them alive. Venogod dropping down pretty low. Can't seem to turn the tide with the Appraiser's Wrath. But Crit will dive in backlines with the Vengeance, tanking the tower, taking the kill as well. So EUPHORIA Esports now dropping down very low. They're getting 4 men into this situation. Shizo needs a little bit more backup. Yoshi God flickers into us the wrong direction. And Crit will get not just 1 and 2. It's going to be a trade-off with his life, but finally, from the front as well, EUPHORIA Esports, we do see Ryujin God trading off a Doma as well.
Unfortunate. Trading 2 for 2, not exactly the most ideal because we noticed that we did see Headsguard move all the way from the bottom side to affect the top side of the map, allowing Veldora to get this initial push and putting him in at least with a gold lead. Because Headsguard, he's walking away with that with just an assist. For Vedora, he's already got at least 50% of that gold shield.
Oh, we're calling in for a pause as well coming in from the game itself. But based on this goal earned so far, Doma, you know, even though he died, he is topping the goal net worth here. Would you say this is a successful gang coming from EVOS Icon?
Yeah, this is an extremely successful gang, right? They didn't need as many members as EUPHORIA Esports to actually defend. They had priority. They were still applying pressure and farming gold off the other side of the map. So their, you know, their income here, their cash flow for the side of EVOS Icon is looking mighty fine, and it's very healthy right now. Only a very minor lead, but we've seen how games turn around after the first turtle.
Yeah, this is going to be tough as well, but now with the final slash coming in from Headsguard, not going to be going for the setup, but here comes the rough ways from Ryujin God. He's going to try and run his way, but Crit will run him down with the Vengeance as well as the B tier, and the rest of EUPHORIA Esports, they have to back out. They just don't have the sustainability to turn it around. The kick is going to miss the angle, and that's going to be the disengage coming in, but EVOS Icon, they wanted to go for more, and I don't think they can actually go for more, actually.
Yeah, what an instant punish for the side of EVOS Icon, right? You see Ryujinga go for the full combo. He's about to heal. Guess what? Ivan instantly just presses his ult, denied, and he ends up getting doved upon. Now, where is EVOS Icon going to attack the map, right? Because they did secure that turtle. Unfortunately, they're not able to convert it because there weren't enough kills.
Yeah, in this case, you can see the desperation coming from EUPHORIA Esports as well, because prior to that fight, because Crit has like 4 kills in this advance, it seems like he's just manning up all the way through because of this snowball effect. And even prior to that fight, he had the Genius 1. And Ryujinga was just almost towards the Clock of Destiny, and even then, first tier items comparison, the Clock of Destiny doesn't bring much value in this early stage of the game.
Yeah, it does need a little bit of time so you can get that huge stat block. That's going to be coming 5 minutes into this game.
Oh boy.
Okay. At least Yoshiga is able to check it first. Venogod looking to punish.
Oh, here comes the Dawn. They finally look to actually punish Crit, and that's huge as well. That's going to help them build out a little bit more economy, but can they get more? Here comes the taunt from EUPHORIA Esports, but Susujin, well, is a Grok jungle, so it's going to be difficult to actually kill more. But Yoshiga is going to try and extend more. Doma gets stunned up, but at the same time, this is a pretty farmed up Doma as well. Yoshiga might actually die to this, and he will, because Veldora comes in from the side to intercept and take him out.
Now, as much as EVOS Icon has invested resources to cover this side of the map, let's keep in mind the things that happen in between. Headsgod able to secure the tier 1 down bot side. So Yoshigod, he died for a cause. Technically his team still gets gold from that structure. But let's keep in mind that Ivan's passive ability from the Florin is to give this extra item, the Bloom. And this time he's passed it over to Crit instead of Doma. Oh, that hits.
Okay, Wall Charge comes in and actually connects on Ryujinga. Couldn't even get out in that vicinity here. Venogod needs to run for his life as well. He's getting completely outplayed by Crit here. Crit's just going absolutely bonkers with this Joy. Seems like the problem with EUPHORIA Esports, they just don't have an answer to deal with this mobility.
No, not yet, but also not enough MR right now, because when we're looking at Venogod, he basically just got manhandled by Crit, and there's nothing much that he could really do. If he tries to go for the big Appraiser's Wrath, Crit just presses his Vengeance and negates half of that damage almost instantaneously. So for now, EVOS Icon is going to have a bit of an advantage, right? EUPHORIA, they just have to play it slow until they get the right items.
Yeah, the perfect snowball is definitely going to be kicking in right now, because EUPHORIA Esports is still trying their best to defend against this middle turret here, and they just can't really do anything about it here. Stolen Little Wanderer. Don't think it's going to be much value coming from EUPHORIA Esports, but hopefully they do get this kill here. Sutsujin scouts out this rotation. Ryujin tries to make a attempt. But the EVOS Icon, I don't think they know that they just can't do it as well. This purple buff is going to be contested, and EVOS Icon, they really want to force a fight deep in towards Forest Jungle, and they do get the steal as well. Look at this, Susujin is just manning up with the Grok's passive here.
Yeah, I mean, it's Battle of Retributions, right? Both junglers want to get ahead. Ooh, I haven't taken a bit of damage there. Let's keep in mind that Shizo is starting to scale. I do see a BOD already built, a Fury Hammer as well, finished Swift Boots too, and he might be scaling up for to complete a Hunter Strike or a Malefic Roar. Probably Malefic Roar.
Yeah, it seems like we are still getting a little bit of a skirmish as well. EUPHORIA, they can't really actually fight this at this stage of the game. You know, Yoshiga, is he going to be able to get the kick? He just can't find the right target. If you think about it, it's just so darn annoying here. If you think about it, they can't seem to go for the flank. Sutsujin is just manning up right now. He is going to try and zone out the back lines. Look at this. Shizo God completely chain stun, and here comes Veldora from the back lines. Force Shizo God to actually flicker out of there, and they just can't seem to punish EVOS Icon's aggression at all.
No, they can't. Not right now. A lot of anti-CC on EVOS Icon side. They find a pick.
Oh, finally, they go in for the dive. Veldora, can he get out? But the heals comes in, and he's going to be good. He gets out to safety. EUPHORIA now forcing the final slash coming in as well. Headsgod throws it for CC, but he is not able to clean them out. They just don't have the damage. They have the sustains, but that should be all.
Man, this is annoying for EUPHORIA, right? They need a lot of different items to, honestly, to bypass the skills that EVOS Icon has, right? They need a dominant size to reduce the overall healing. They need to make sure that they also have magic resist to protect themselves against the Joy in the earlier stages. I think EUPHORIA is going to be behind for quite a bit of time, right? 3.6k lead coming in from EVOS Icons because EUPHORIA just don't have the right items to protect.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time here. Hopefully EUPHORIA is going to be able to hold on by then, but with this first lock coming in, EVOS Icon once again, they want to force the issue, but this is going to be a very difficult fight for EUPHORIA to actually contest, unless Yoshiga gets the perfect kick. But in this case, can they find though? Because eventually Doma is at a stage where he is going to be unkillable because of the fact that maybe the Florian's buff is going to be transitioning onto him as well with the blue.
Oh, that probably is going to happen later when we see at least 4 items from this carry. In the meantime, though, EUPHORIA, I don't know how exactly they're going to get positioned.
Yeah, it is going to be tough, but it seems like Venogod is trying to take a little bit more aggression. Forces on Yoshi God, looking for the kick, but nope, it's going to be the wrong target as well. He's going to get chipped away, and here comes the carry. Doma gets the first kill onto his Yoshi Lord. Venogod needs to make a run for it as well. Chain CC's from behind. Veldora coming from the angle. There's absolutely nothing EUPHORIA can do about this as well. Ryujin God has to sit beside as well, but he's going to try and steal it off. Does he get it? But no, the retribution from him. From Sutsujin is going to secure it, and Ryujin God will pay with his life. That's going to be a 4-for-0 trade.
Man, that was a difficult call to watch, especially for Kadita. When you see EVOS Icon pushing in from that top side down and towards mid past the brush, holy, that was looking super juicy. Unfortunately, it's going to be objective gaming at the end of the day. Yeah, it's going to push you ahead.
Wow, with this 7k lead here, an early bloom up on crit here, which is crazy considering how far ahead this Joy is, to a point that EUPHORIA has no answer to his mobility, no answer to his sustainability and damage output, and I'm genuinely concerned, where does EUPHORIA actually find an opportunity to bounce back?
At the 42k mark, that's when they're going to have more than enough items, right? You have the you have the 2 core items to actually protect you against both the heal as well as some magic resist, just to keep you alive, and then the next couple of items to multiply those stats.
Yep, it is going to be a long climb here for them. But hopefully it will be able to happen because the EVOS Icon, they're going to be knocking on towards the door of EUPHORIA Esports momentarily here. Doma making work onto the middle lane, but middle turret still stands, so you have to find an angle eventually. The Lord will fall in the hands of EUPHORIA Esports, but look at this dominance coming from EVOS Icon. They're just taking all fronts, and EUPHORIA Esports can just had no choice to actually clump up as 5.
Yeah, I mean, they're 8k behind, right? There's no reason to keep on fighting if you don't have a guaranteed way to win the fights, right? They clearly don't have the stats. They clearly don't have the items. And until they have those things, they're just going to have to play extremely passive or wait for EVOS Icon to make a significant mistake in the upcoming fights.
Yeah, in this case, what is going to be the mistake here? Because as of now, it feels like everything that EUPHORIA does is so high risk and less rewards.
I think the best way to punish EVOS Icon is if Veldora mistimes his Black Dragon form, or if Crit gets basically CC locked down before he gets his damage off, or looks for the trade, or even if he presses his Vengeance a little slow.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit difficult as well. Yoshi God going to be bent up against Sutsujin. He's looking for the kick, but do you want to fight against a Grok though? That's a terrible matchup here, but Ryujin, gonna get forced out as well with the flicker. Oh, Yoshi just had no choice because he was getting completely dived on, and Sutsujin once again taking a little bit more damage here. He might actually die to this here. The kick comes in, but the wall charge will be able to get him out, and Yoshi God will be punished by the sides here. Veldora finally comes from the back lines as well, showing his dragon form as well. But look at this, he's not even dead. Crit somehow survives the tower damage eventually, but Ryujin finally finds one, but it's only on Veldora, the dragon.
Even a bit of petrify for that. I would imagine that he was looking for Doma here.
Yeah, now defense comes in as well. Headsguard goes in for the final slash to defend against this, but oh my goodness! The burst coming from Doma was a little bit too much for Venogod to actually handle, and now they even take an inhibitor on top of it.
Literally one auto attack difference there. If he was able to get the taunt off in time to slow down that last auto attack, he probably would have gotten the Appraiser's Wrath in time for that big one-shot. He had a lot of great health to work with here, and we know what Frederick's can do. Let's look at the gold graph right now. 43 to 35k so far, and I mean, it's just been an upward trajectory right now for EVOS Icon.
Yeah, it seems like it is very, very difficult here. Like 9k net with leave here, just full dominance of all lanes here. EUPHORIA, they need to find a way to push out, and so far, they're finally making an attempt. But pay attention to minimap right now. Ryujin God is waiting pretty far off for a solo kill, but if he does find an opening, it might be huge for EUPHORIA.
I mean, he's got the damage, right? It's clear that he has the damage. He has Clock of Destiny, he's Genius One. He's not even going into the Lightning Trundle. He's just looking for raw stats. He doesn't care about the mana no more. He's not caring about whether it splashes. If he's on a target, that target must die.
Yeah, but in this case, it's going to be tough here. He rebuked himself down bottom, and EVOS Icon is going to go for the collapse as well. They're diving in. Suzuki taking a little bit too much here. He needs a wall charge back to safety, but Ryujin God! He tried to make an attempt, but the damage from Doma was too much. He couldn't even get the rough waves off.
He had petrified. fight just didn't work out. Really didn't work out. Ivan's still alive, though.
Oh my goodness, now here comes Veldora from the backlines as well. He's going for the Black Dragon form. And he's not going to be able to catch anyone yet. So EUPHORIA Esports is still holding on for a little bit, but they still need the perfect setup. EVOS Icon, they're just tanking all the way through here. They've got the sustainability, but they finally pick up Veldora. But Veldora, he has the immortality at the last second as well. And he's going to live through it all. They lose Ryujin God, and they somehow survive this. Veldora still survives, and now even the marksman falls. They have to deal with this carry. Veno God couldn't even drop the Brazen Grab as well. And now it might be over. EVOS Icon, they're focusing on the crystal. The minions are coming in. EUPHORIA, they're throwing everything for this, but they cannot do anything at all.
Oh, what a win coming out from the EVOS Icon boys here. I mean, they have been playing such clean games, so it's expected that they'd be the favorites coming into this matchup. But man, oh man, they closed out on EUPHORIA so very quickly. A small advantage developed.